I've been seeing that movie on Netflix, and I've yet to click and watch it. Now, hold on. My defense. Let me defend myself. I'm from originally Guinea, so I missed a lot of my time. I use that a lot. So,
We
originally, I didn't grow up here, so I missed a lot. No, I'm joking.
You are the best kept secret in the universe.
Thank you guys for having me. Shout out to the BKS Experience for having me. Make sure you guys follow them. Also, follow me at ElhadjTv on all the platforms. On Instagram, follow me at official Elhadj.
Welcome to another episode of the BKS Experience. I'm yours truly, Eddie Brown, Mr. Live to Inspire.
and I am celebrity photographer Ty Waterman. Oh wait, before we get started, make sure y'all click that like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. But today, as we switching it up. We doing something totally different. You know, normally we got the big names that everybody know. Well, today we got one of the biggest names on YouTube, at least in my book. I was traveling down the rabbit hole of YouTube one day and started watching these videos. One thing led to another. I end up on this guy here. His name is El Hadj, and he got some videos for you for days. Has a whole series. I actually prefer to watch people like El Hadj over watching Netflix, if that makes any sense to you. What's going on, El Hadj?
Good, man.
Man, thank you for that introduction. I appreciate that. I'm good. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you. How you guys doing?
Say we chilling over here. We in Connecticut. Where you at? In LA?
LA, yeah, LA.
This dude be traveling all over Atlanta, LA,
That'd be
Africa.
nice.
So, yeah, real quick, before I even get into what I fully want to say, how do you say your full name? Because I know El Hadj is not the full name. I don't know if you want the full government.
It's Elhadj Diallo.
And where does that come from?
Well, that's my granddad's. It's originally from Guinea, West Africa.
Okay. And so with the whole hype over coming to America, you went to Africa and in reverse.
Yeah, right.
You
Need
went
to
to
do something like that.
Did you sow your royal oats when you were there?
No, man, I wasn't there too long, man. I tried to stay a little longer, but I couldn't, you know.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even know what you were there for. I was like, I just hope you had a safe flight. Usually when we take these last minute trips, it ain't always for the good thing. But when I saw your Instagram stories and saw nothing but the culture and you and embracing your own
Yeah.
culture, I thought that was wonderful. A lot of us who have roots in Africa, we don't know anything about our culture. Now, are you originally from there or were you born here?
Well, I was originally born in Guinea, West Africa. I went to Senegal though, but I'm Guinean originally. I grew up in America though. I came here when I was like maybe 11. I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, and I haven't been to Senegal since maybe 2006. I lived in Senegal for a little bit when I was a kid, so I can't really remember everything, but I remember, just certain moments. But yeah, I'm originally from Guinea.
Okay, is
That's
that where
interesting.
that accent?
I was gonna say because when he talks like a little bit, like when he says a few words, I hear Atlanta. But then when he
Yeah,
starts talking more, I'm like, okay, there we go. I hear the country now.
yeah.
Like I hear Africa. So I'm like, okay, it explains it.
No, that's funny.
What was that like growing up? You know, having the roots that you have, and then growing up somewhere like Atlanta, which can be fast and it can be slow. You can be country, you can be city, coming from that area.
Well, I growing up, I grew up back home for a little bit, and then I grew up in Atlanta. But my mom, my parents actually, they so traditional. I felt like I was back home growing up. They nothing really changed for them, so it's like I'm living in America, but I'm still growing up as if I was back home. So that's how
Mm.
my parents kind of are. So I didn't feel like I missed much. The most I could say maybe I might have forgotten some of the language because we didn't really speak it at home more often because it's easier to speak English because I'm learning English too when I came here. But For the most part, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like cause I feel like I've been here all my life. It's crazy. Like
Mm.
when went back home, people look at me like wow, like you American. I'm like, well, I'm African American. Technically. I'm like technically I'm African American.
The true definition of African American.
Yeah.
So with all that being said, and me, kind of talking about Coming to America, did you get to see the original and the new version of Coming to
Oh
America?
yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta watch that. I've seen that.
What
I
are,
didn't
what are
see the
your
new one yet.
thoughts?
I didn't see the
You
new
ain't
one
seen
yet.
the new one
No,
yet?
I started
Okay.
watching it 2 nights ago, and I was
Okay.
watching it, and I stopped at 14 minutes, only because I'm not gonna lie, I have not heard any good reviews about it.
Okay.
So I stopped watching it. So I don't know if I'm gonna finish it or when I'm gonna get a chance to watch it, but I haven't watched the new one yet.
Well, as somebody who makes your own videos and stuff like that,
Yeah.
you got to artistically take a look at it and make
Right.
a decision for yourself, knowing that this thing was done over 30 years ago. I was a kid when it first came out, and I remember watching it and being in awe. Like, I don't want to keep talking because it's that set off. I don't hear me. I feel so disrespected.
I hear you. I
Yeah.
just make sure these
So
phones stay charged.
you gotta like basically see it, because like when you see the original one, you know that it's 30 years of time has passed. So it's a chance to kind of see what technology is different, the different culture change that happens and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And plus it was rated R, now it's PG-13.
Yeah.
So you can't go in expecting the same thing. And I love the fact where you have similarities is with what you do, and what Eddie has tried to do in Arsenio was they're trying to like give a hand to other people.
Yeah.
And what I say is I notice a lot of your videos, you have different people that I've seen in other videos. I found you by looking at a combination of Jahan Jones, Big Ja, G Wayne,
Yeah.
Nelly's videos, and
Right.
then you popped up. So just to see that, and then when you see like how y'all do y'all collaborative videos, and that's where the fire is. They have moments where when you see different comedians that you know or can relate to, and you be like, "Yo, that's hot." So I think you should check it out. But
Yeah.
for you, what does something like Coming to America and Black Panther and Wakanda, what does that represent for you?
For me, well, when I look at Coming to America, right? Well, I saw it when I was a kid, so I watched it a couple of times. I watched it as a kid, and then I watched it, when you grow up. As a kid, I was like, I don't know. I was like, I was looking at it, I was like, I don't know, because not like every country has the whole Prince thing. It's certain countries that has that. Like I didn't grow up in my country. There's no such thing as a king or a prince. There's the president. We have. So that's what we have, right? So at first I was looking at it more like it's a fantasy, but then I also know it is certain parts. But I also didn't travel enough of Africa to know everything. I'm West African, so it's like we're very similar. But if you go somewhere like maybe South or like Central, it's like completely different. So I looked at it that more so as a fantasy as a kid. But then as I grew up, I was like, oh, okay, I understand. I see it, because that is something that within my culture. So they did take some stuff from really back home, like him looking for a wife. That's actually realistic, back
Mhm.
home, at a certain age, you start looking for a wife, they just, you don't have to be a prince or a king. You're just now searching for a wife. So
Mm.
definitely for me, I can relate to it for sure. I can relate
Right.
to the film. It actually made me think an idea when I was back home in Senegal. I was like, I didn't stay long enough, but if I would have stayed long enough, I was gonna try to do like a parody where coming to Africa.
I was hoping for something. That would have
Yeah,
been dope.
I wanted to, but I was there for like 4 days. But I'm gonna go back. I went just to like, scout location, check it out, get a feel, but definitely gonna do something.
Dude.
Overall, what is your whole perspective on Africa? Yeah, sometimes I know how the media portrays it to
Hmm.
be like this whole poor continent, but like, I know it's a really, really beautiful, beautiful place.
Hmm.
So what's your perception of how the media portrays it? But then when you actually really go there to experience it yourself, it's not always how the media portrays it on TV or, in the open.
Um, I think now perception is more so has changed because of social media. I can say maybe 10 years ago the perception was, they don't have electricity, certain places don't have power. they don't have nice cars. That was perception back, like maybe I would say 10, 50 years ago. Social media has changed that. We all live in a real time now.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, for example, you can follow, like, on social media, on Instagram, you'll see a bunch of people that pop up on the explore page, and these are people from back home. So now you're seeing it the way it is here. The only difference is I feel like the culture makes a difference. But overall, for me, I even me, like, I haven't been back in so long prior 2017. I went 2017, but before then I hadn't been back so long. I also got caught up in the thing where, like, I think the way, like, we think here sometimes, where we like, damn, they don't have this, they don't have that. So
Mm.
I went back and I was staying at this like hotel. I swear I seen a Bentley truck. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit. Yo,
Mhm.
I took a picture. feeling like, you know what I'm saying? But I had forgot, like, it's not what it is. Like, it's really the only thing with Africa, the biggest issue that we have back home, honestly, is more so politics. If you take away politics, it's very corrupted, obviously, but that's like every third world country, continent, it's a lot of corruption. But outside of that, it's really just like you, honestly. It's like we all wear the same brands, Nike's everywhere, Adidas everywhere. We all like the same sports. So perception wise, I don't really see much of a difference. I think the only thing is the culture is just the only thing, the only biggest difference.
So you take a little break.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I see you. I see you.
When I
This
watch your
guy.
videos, I notice you keep doing little things, like, and it's so little that if you miss it, you won't get it. But those little things, they stick out and it becomes humorous because you do it in every video. So I didn't have the fruit snacks, but I got the gushers. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's dope though. That's what I
I
was
didn't want to
looking for.
steal from you
No,
all
that's
the
what I was
way.
looking for though. That's what I was looking for originally when I went to do them. But
The
when I went to the
gushers.
store, I just ended up with fruit snacks because that's what I could find. I was like, man, I got to shoot this video. So whatever.
How do you come up with these things? Because, like, I noticed that the slides,
Mhm.
um, you kind of explained the slides. I'm gonna let you tell that one.
Okay.
But all the little intricate things that you do, the pizza.
Mhm.
I'm like, is this man ever going to get his slice of pizza? I ain't never seen a pizza man come to your door. And it might be because you can't order a pizza worth of nothing because you always want a half a pizza, a half a slice with like a pepperoni on it, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
how did you come up with those little things like that?
Okay. So I read the comments, right? I do. I don't read all the comments because I don't have the time to, but certain comments just stick out. I don't know how, if it's YouTube that picks it or how does it work. But like for the slides, for example, the slides was an accident. It wasn't designed. I do naturally wear slides a lot. I'm a big fan of slides because I don't like shoes in my house. So, and I step out a lot. So I just slide in and out all the time. So I don't have time to take off shoes in the house, and you know what I'm saying? So I wear slides a lot, but I wear shoes too. So I remember I shot this one video. This is when I kind of first started doing skits where I was trying to be a construction worker. And but I didn't think much of it. I'm starting, you know what I'm saying? And I do the video, I come in and I have slides. And the videos gets a little bit of attraction. And all the comments is like, what kind of construction worker wears slides? From there, I was like, okay, y'all done messed up. So I was like, I'm wearing slides in every video that I don't care what role I'm playing. I'm gonna wear slides. And if it started off with people like, oh no, you can't wear slides, yada yada yada. But I read the comments, but I'm mindful of not letting comments dictate how you create content. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta create what you want to create, but you
Right.
can use the engagement to uh, to help you, I guess, to kind of, I guess, guide you, but make sure you're still true to who you are. Like I said, slides is really who I do wear slides, but I don't wear them 24/7. But if it, in video, you can't tell the difference, right?
Yeah.
So there's that. The fruit snacks, it was more so like I felt like I've been doing slides for like about 2 years strong, and I'm always gonna do it, obviously. And I was like, I feel like I need something else to just do. I don't know. I just felt like I needed something else to do. Originally, I had the idea of chips, I was like, you can actually lick your fingers after you eat chips. That's not funny. Like,
Right.
but who licks their hands after a fruit snack? That makes no sense. So I decided to go with fruit snacks. I figured something that's like makes no sense, but it's gonna lash on eventually. What else? The pizza. Oh, the pizza. The pizza. How did pizza come about? Honestly, though, you can't really get pizza like that. I mean, I don't order pizza like that, but you can, because if you go to these like blazing places where you guys make your own pizza, like
Yeah.
they'll make everything the way you want it. Now, granted, when I was doing it, I was thinking more so like the Papa John's and like Pizza Huts and all these places where you obviously don't go in and specifically ask like that. But there's places where you can go in and be like, hey, take that lettuce, cut it in half, just give me that little piece. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mm,
obviously being difficult, but it's realistic to an extent. But I don't know. I just exaggerated, obviously, with a black pepper. That's how you're gonna give somebody half of a black pepper, you know. So it's all exaggeration just to make the comedy stand out. But a lot of time I try to do stuff that has somewhat of a realistic thing to it, but it's not fully there. It's like still has that little fantasy joke, if that makes sense.
no,
Definitely.
I get it.
It's funny because what you touched on a little bit earlier, it was going into my next question. You kind of answered it, but I still want to know and kind of give
Hmm.
some advice to those people when you talk about the audience engagement and then you talk about being yourself. A lot of
Hmm.
times sometimes people go to the comments and they get discouraged, or they go to the comments and it's kind of sets them back and be like, dang, I should never did this, I should never do that. But for you, it seems like it helped you.
Yeah.
Was there a point in time where it messed you up for you to realize, well, I need to take it not so much as feeding off of them so much because it can mess me up, but really taking it as advice to,
Yeah.
take the positive out of it and then go about and do my thing,
Right.
and be
No,
original.
exactly. And that's what I was having a conversation with my friend last week. He's talking about trying to create content, and I was like, do it. But a lot of the people, when they create, they write, like if you notice all my content, I write myself as the
Mm-hmm.
person that don't catch a W for the most part. A lot of people want to look cool. I don't care to look cool. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? The tradition, the everyday person is not cool. Like cool is being yourself. Cool is not trying to be cool for people. So I write myself in a way where it's rare for me to catch a W. So all the comments is always, when he gonna catch a W? When he gonna catch a W? When he gonna catch a W? Right? So, but I think what I was saying, damn, I had a good point too. Before I kind of lost it. Oh no, stay right there. Using the comments to stay true to yourself. So what I'm saying is, you got to be mindful that you are acting versus this is not real life. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I write the way I write and I don't care to catch a W in the comments may be like, he's not catching a W, he's not this, he's not that. The minute I step out, somebody recognizes me. It's never, they don't see me as that character. They see me as Elhadj, it's love. You know, it's like, bro, I watch your skits, bro. I mess with you. I like what you do, you know. So I understand the person is not coming at me, hey man, when you gonna hit smash? It's never that. You know, nobody go, they don't approach you and go like that. Now some people may be like, man, you gotta stop letting that girl come in the house. But stuff like that is funny to me. So it's like anytime somebody recognizes me off YouTube, it's never negative. It's not like they could write negative, but in real life they understand it's art, you know, it's just comedy. So they're like, I appreciate it. I see what you're doing, you know, I get it. And a lot of people, if you feel like you want to look cool in the comments versus you forgetting what you're doing it for, it's gonna mess you up, you know.
Yeah, speaking of catching a W, I think you catch the ultimate W because you have such a variety of young females in your videos. The two that stand out the most to me, I mean, there's a couple, but the two that really hit is my girl Kanigra and
Uh-huh.
Blair.
Uh-huh.
And Tiffany, Jamal is the homie. You can't be dressed like this in front of the homie.
Well, I guess Jamal gonna blindfold his damn eyes or something.
Hey, look, you got your long legs, your cakes are out. Like, how you gonna dress like this in front of the homie?
I can't help that I got long legs.
Yes, you can. You can go put on some long sweatpants.
I just told your ass I'm not changing.
Well, you're not wearing this in front of the homie.
I'm wearing this in front of the homie and whoever else is out there.
You know what? I guess we ain't going.
Well, I guess you not going because I'm going.
You're gonna change.
No, I'm not.
You are changing.
I'm not changing.
You are changing.
I'm not changing.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, yeah, like you keep taking these L's, but then at the same time, I see what you're doing, and you're not like the starting point might be starting off to degrade them in a certain way, like where
Mm-hmm.
you can't wear that around the homies, but the message overall of you're showing support for different people, and then at the end you're the one that ends up messed up anyway. So it's saying that you can't win if you going about it that way. But how are you getting these girls? And let Blair know I low key got a crush on her. You ain't gotta let her know, but you
For
can let
sure. I let her know for you. I let her know for you.
Wait. You don't want to book an appointment?
No.
Why not?
Book an appointment for what?
I mean, it's been a while since we booked an appointment.
I'm good, thanks.
Hold on, wait. Look, just, you don't miss this?
Man, that's not gonna work again. You did this like 20 times already.
Okay. Give me your hand.
Excuse me?
Give me your hand.
For what?
Just give me your hand. So, I'm gonna ask you again. Do you want to book an appointment?
Yeah.
But a lot of times, honestly, like we all shoot, right? So it's not like you seeing people in my videos that you don't see everywhere else. We all creating. Me for the most part, a lot of time I go off energy, vibe, personality, So usually when I see somebody that can be goofy, because I get goofy in my videos, that usually works. So I'd be like, hey, you want to create. That's usually how I do it. And for the most part, it's for me because it's like you can go and see that I actually create. So it's not like I don't have a resume. You just go watch it and see. That's usually it's never. I don't know. I think it's easy to just for me to say somebody, hey, I'm creating. This is my vision. This is what I want to do. And a lot of time they'll come if they like to do it again. They'll show up again if they enjoy themselves at the shoot or have fun doing it. I'll have a lot of fun doing it. And I just ask. I usually just ask. It's just a simple, hey, you want to shoot? That's usually how I go. And yeah, I reach out via Instagram if I don't know the person. So that's another way.
Dope. It still keeps you in that network to kind of like, just reach out
Yeah,
and connect with
yeah,
people. That's good.
yeah.
So how do you come up with the skits? Like, is it from experience, life stories, or you just like
It's everything. So it's experience is it's experience. It's witnessing.
Mhm.
It's conversation. Like me and somebody like can sit down and have a conversation, and they could be like, man, it's this, and this.
Mhm.
And as a person that create, and I'm just like, now you don't formulate a story in my head. I'm like, wait, hold on, what? This is a skit. This is a thing. Because I might not experience that or I might not witness that, but you telling me something that you experienced or witnessed. And I'm sitting there like, how can we turn this into a skit? You exaggerate it. So, or a lot of time when I experience things, I remember one of the skits that I experienced when I was moving, I went to and this one was very funny to me because it's like it's like as the lady was talking to me, I'm in my head, I'm literally like, oh my God, you just giving me content right now. I say, I want to buy a rug. She goes, oh yeah, this is a nice rug. I'm like, oh, okay, how much is it? She says $5,000. I'm like, for a rug? She said, yeah. I'm like, people just gonna step on it. She's like, I know, but it's Italian, handmade. You can actually put it on credit card. I'm like, a car costs $5,000. Why would I apply for a credit card for a rug and pay a car note and a rug note? Like that makes no sense to me.
A rug note.
So, yeah. So I walked away with that like, oh, this is content right here. So I mean, I wasn't gonna buy a $5,000 rug, but I was like, this is content and it's real life because you can go to a
Right.
store where stuff is expensive and you just find key things, and
Mhm.
that's how usually
That's
content come
crazy.
for me. So it's
I,
daily.
I was cracking up when I saw you actually put that in the skit.
Yeah.
So to see that and to know that, the process, part of it is just things you live. And a lot of comedians will tell you, they're just telling you their story or
Yeah.
things that happen to them. This is real. This is not,
Yeah.
you think I made this up? And what's funny for me, it's not even funny, but when I was younger, I used to be in a group where we would do skits and we would get paid to go to other groups for like of youth and do the different skits. So we would have to take parts of our life which at that time was gang violence, and make skits about it. And
Mm-hmm.
then every now and then we got to do something funny. So like we took something we saw on TV about somebody trying to buy condoms. And we did it where you walk in and we order everything but the condoms. And then when we ask for the condoms, the lady yells it on the microphone, and then we all embarrassed, like what? But like that was our funniest one that we
Yeah.
did. We didn't have YouTube. The fact that you're able to get up every day and call this a job and work and
Yeah.
do something with it, I think that is dope.
I
And with
appreciate
that
it.
though, and I'm telling you some of my starting points, I noticed when I tried to go back and see what's your oldest video, I saw you was doing vlogging and
Mm-hmm.
pranks.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where you started? And what made you
Yes.
decide to shift from the pranks to the skits?
Okay. So when I started YouTube, I remember. Well, I always wanted to be an actor at first. I started in Atlanta. I went to an audition, I think, back when I was like younger, maybe 14, and I auditioned, and I think they were just trying to make money. But the agent was like, "Oh yeah, you got potential, but you got to pay like $6,000 worth of classes to learn or something, so you can become good." So I'm excited. I'm like, I got potential. I can do this. So I tell my mom, like, I ain't gonna pay $6,000 for you to potentially become an actor. Like he didn't even guarantee nothing. He said you might can make it if you go to the class. So, but I wanted to do acting, right? So right after high school, I went to college and I wanted to major in film, but I didn't. Uh, so I majored in like computer science, but I was not understanding what was happening with that. I don't know why I did. I felt like I was gonna get a job, make a lot of money with that, but it didn't work out. So I started doing what is it? YouTube video. I just started creating. I did a skit first. I remember I did a skit on my phone. And I was like, everybody was like, it's funny, but I was like, I don't know. At the time, pranks was a thing, and I remember seeing pranks everywhere on YouTube. So I was like, I'm gonna create a channel and I'm gonna start doing pranks. And I started with pranks because I felt like if I gotten famous enough, movies would call me, because at the time I remember looking into how people was getting discovered. And I remember Soldier Boy, what is it, Justin Bieber, all of them, they got discovered too, like YouTube, because they had a following or whatever. So I was like, I'm gonna do that and maybe I can get discovered. And I started with pranks. I did it for 2 years, then go nowhere, and then I moved to LA to do more pranks. And then I realized I didn't really enjoy doing pranks out here. So I was like, I'm still doing my YouTube, but I'm gonna transition to vlogs. Still hoping to obviously get famous so I can, get into movies. And then I started vlogs, and I was like, wait a minute, nobody even know you. Life is not really that interesting for people to watch. It's different. Like a vlogger usually has somewhat of clout or something that makes people want to come watch their daily life. And then that didn't work out. But I started doing skits at the same time. But I was doing minute skits on Instagram though. I was doing my vlogs and I was doing skits. But I never enjoyed my skits on Instagram because there was only a minute at the time. Instagram, you can only post minute videos. So I was like, I'm gonna do skits on YouTube, but I wanted to have somewhat of a story because I don't know how to do a minute skit on a YouTube because I feel like if there's a story, then stuff would work. So then I started doing skits, and then I just kept doing it, and then like I did skits for like a month where I posted like probably every day for like a month straight, and within that month I had like 3 or 4 skits that I just caught. So from there, I just was like, I'm doing, skits, but I'm telling stories with them because that's what I wanted to do. And yeah, it just took off, and I've been doing it ever since.
I'm definitely glad that you stopped with the pranks. I'm not they were not that they were bad, but
No,
I
yeah.
thought you was really gonna catch the L.
No, my friend though, when
Woo!
I started doing pranks, it's funny enough, my friend, like, when I started doing pranks, it was like, man, you gotta do skits. I was like, I'm not gonna do no skits. That's exactly. I'm not gonna do no skits. All right, I turned around and did skits. So yeah,
When you start touching another man's hand up the escalator, I'm like, oh man, somebody gonna come down and chase you.
yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah,
So,
man.
so with all that being said, Hodge, what's like? It's a lot of cats out here that really want to be YouTubers, but it's really not for everybody. So, for those that's really serious about it, that really trying to get a message out, similar to you, that really have the talent and stuff like that, what is a word of advice? Especially, the process. I know it's not easy, but just building with subscribers. You're looking at the numbers game, they're looking at the following and the
Mhm.
engagement, and then being creative as well, like you. What is a
Yeah.
word of advice you can give for those upcoming that's really trying to do this thing?
Well, one, I would say as you're doing it, being true to yourself will help you. I think that's that helped me. Obviously, the slides is is proof of that. I came into it being true to myself. That's one. Two, consistency. You gotta be consistent. Like you cannot do it for you can't say you're gonna try it and then try it for like a month or two, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't, and say you give up. So you got to be consistent, right? And you got to have the discipline,
Mm,
because doing this, you're gonna meet people that's gonna distract you from what you're doing. So having the discipline is very important, because if you have the discipline, you'll stay focused. Uh, what's another one that works for me? Um, and building a team is very important to be around, because like the people around you are gonna make you. Like a company is made off people, not, what I'm saying, you have the CEO, but you still got people that help build the company. So
yep, for sure.
you want to build a team, and those are the things that I would say.
Speaking of team, I know for you, one of the main longtime people has been Phil.
Hmm.
Phil Flock. He does
Hmm.
now. What exactly does Phil do? Let the world
Okay.
know.
All right. So Phil, funny enough, I met Phil 4 days after I moved to LA. And Phil is a cinematographer, he's a director. He acts in his own things. He's an overall everything. He does. It's nothing that he don't do. He specializes in visual effects. Phil, for me, he filmed my skits. Is my cinematographer. What is it? He helps me out editing. His and the thing is, he's just my friend that like is helping me build something, and we're building it together. So he's involved, and I can't say he just does certain things, because he's involved in almost everything. Phil will come to me with an idea. You see what I'm saying? Phil will be like, Phil will turn a whole skit around. I remember Phil was the first person to make me put on slides in the bed. I took the slides off. He said, "Why would you take them off?" I was like, "Because." I was like, "Put the slides on." I was like, okay. So you know what I'm saying? And so it's like he's just somebody that like I said, he's somebody that's helping and that wants to see me win, and just is part of this journey. So
Yeah, I definitely commend him and everyone else that you have involved. Even some of the regular males you have on screen. I don't know them by name. I know the females by name, but
yeah,
like just to see them consistently, like even to the point, like the light skinned dude with the dreads.
yeah.
I be getting mad at him, like he a hater, like.
Corey, you know what's funny though? I know. You know what's funny though? We was just having that conversation, and what is it? I think Phil was like, "Damn, in this skit, you really like a hater." He said, "You like a fake friend." He said, "But I'm a real friend in real life," and he is, because he pulls up,
Yeah,
and helps. And that's what I'm saying. And he's another person that understands being a character and being and creating is two different things. He's doing a great job because people
right.
hate him. So that's what that means.
Right. And that's perfect. Like for me, you're like the underdog, and my whole life has been about being the underdog, but at the same time coming through and maintaining doing stuff. I've met so many celebrities doing what I do. And then when
Mhm.
people realize, man, that's Ty from back in the day. And
Yeah.
yeah, just like when I see what you're doing with your skits, I'm not saying I don't know your personal life, but just the type of skits and the type of things you do, like to be the underdog character, but
Yeah.
in some way you make it out and you make it all right. And I'm like, yo, that is dope. So what do you have going on in the future? Like what are some of your plans?
Well, right now I'm working on my first film that I'm writing, and we trying to, hopefully we can start shooting that in 3 months. So that's one of the biggest things that I want to do this year. Uh, I'm trying to working on a sitcom. Uh, I was very inspired by the Martin Show. I love the Martin Show. I want to do something to that degree, hopefully one day. But that's obviously a cultural classic. That's not something that came over like night. That's something that
Right, right.
but yeah, I want to do something to that. So I'm working on ideas. I don't want to say I'm writing a script, because I'm just trying to work on ideas where I feel like this would be that. Trying to, what else? Yeah, just trying to create more, evolve from, and not just do skits, because I've been messing with short film dramas lately. So I've been doing a little bit of dramas also. I got a couple of stuff that I filmed that I haven't posted yet, but still editing. So yeah, I'm just trying to dab into everything, even action, trying to get into action. Um, Now my goal is to not obviously be now. My goal has changed from be trying to be a movie star because now I'm more of a producer, director, writer. I just act in my things for the brand, but for the most part, I'm trying to focus on that.
Well, good luck in whatever you do. Where's the YouTube and all the other stuff that they can find? Where's that located?
YouTube. So it's El Hadj TV on YouTube. It's El Hadj TV on Facebook. It's official El Hadj on Instagram. It's El Hadj TV on Twitch. Yes, you can find me on all those platforms.
Make sure y'all go and follow this man, like, subscribe, drop them comments. He told you he'd be listening, he'd be watching. I got this interview by hitting him up on Twitch. I followed him from YouTube to Twitch and say,
Yeah.
"Yo, come on, man, I need this."
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry it
you
took so
are-
long. Sorry it took so
No,
long.
no. Sometimes you gotta wait. You gotta make the timing right, And I'm so thankful of that because, just to be able to know that you can reach out to somebody via social media. The same
Mhm.
thing that puts you out there is also another avenue for people to get in contact with you. Just like I found you, the movie director is going to find you, or somebody that says, "I like your content. I need you to
Yeah.
come to this network." Netflix, Hulu, all these different things. They're building brands off of people doing what you're doing, and I definitely commend you. But I'm not going to let you off the hook. We're going to see if you're going to catch an L or a W because we're about to play Pull Your Card. This is an actual card game. This is not something I made up. My boy Harold Lee made this out of Connecticut. So we're about to get into it. You're playing a game that a lot of celebrities been playing. So
Okay.
we're going to see how good you do. So we're going to do the hip hop deck with you. All right.
Okay.
So let's see how good you is. So
Oh
here we
man.
go. This is your first question. This artist, DJ, is DJ Jazzy Jeff. A, third base. B, Chubb Rock. C, Heavy D. Or D, Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince.
You got that one correct. If you got that wrong, boy.
I would have been mad at myself too. I ain't gonna lie.
Especially for the culture. We talking about TV here, right?
Hey, we talking Fresh Prince here. We talking.
All right, here we go. Here's another one. O'Shea Jackson is the government name. Name the artist. Is it A, The Game, B, Ice Cube, C, Ice-T, or D, John Connor?
Oh damn. I'm gonna say Ice-T.
No. The answer is B, Ice Cube. You was close. You had the ice part.
I know. I thought about it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I thought about Ice Cube the first time. I said, why didn't I say that? That's cool.
all right. That's all right. Let's see. This one is a social media thing. You know a lot about going viral. Some of your videos recently gone viral on Facebook too, right?
Yes.
All right. So let's see if you got this one. During his battle with Meek Mill, Drake sent radio personality Charlemagne the God bottles of this brand of alcohol. Was it A, Ciroc, B, Dom Perignon, C, Effin, or D, Louis XIII?
Oh damn! No. I remember watching the video of Charlemagne with the note in his hand, reading for the bottles. I know. Let me see. So it's not
So I'm gonna read them again. A, Ciroc, B, Dom Perignon, C, Effin, or D, Louis XIII.
I would say Louis XIII.
Bruh, you didn't get that one right either. It's Dom Perignon. He had the champagne.
I gotta go with my first instinct, man. What am I doing?
You do, and you better go with your first instinct on this one. All right. The 1998 movie Belly, directed by Hype Williams, starred Nas and DMX. DMX played this character. A, Mark, B, Shamik, C, Sincere, or D, Tommy Buns Bundy.
I don't even want to answer that question. Let me tell you why. Hold on. Let me tell you why. I've been watching that. Not the movie. I've been watching that. What is it? That I've been seeing that movie on Netflix, and I've yet to click and watch it. Now, hold on. My defense. Let me defend myself. I'm from originally Guinea, so I missed a lot of. I use that a lot. So, originally, I didn't grow up here, so I missed a lot. No, I'm joking. Let me see. Now I'm gonna get it wrong. Give me the names again. Damn, I don't know why I haven't watched the movie. I was just having an argument with that about somebody.
All right. A, Mark. B, Shamik. C, Sincere. Or D, Tommy Buns Bundy.
I would either say A or D, but I'm gonna say D.
You got that right. It's D, Tommy Buns Bundy.
Yeah, but I was a
See?
guess, so I'm
That's
a
all
little
right.
upset. I
That's
was a
all
guess.
right. So I'm gonna give you a last one. Let's see if you can come back. So this is purely hip hop. This ain't no
Okay.
hip hop and movies. This is straight hip hop. All
Okay.
right. Which artist is known for wearing gold teeth, gold chains, and an eye patch? Is it A, Fabulous, B, Plies, C, RZA, or D, Slick Rick?
I was about to grab my phone. I'll put it away. So it's not Fabulous. It's not Scissor. I wouldn't say Plies.
It
I'm gonna say
definitely
Slick
ain't
Rick.
Scissor. It wasn't Scissor because she ain't on
Yeah,
here.
right. So I'm gonna
But
say Slick Rick.
you are correct. It is
Yeah.
Slick Rick. Slick Rick the ruler. So I don't know what the score is, what you got, but it's all
No, it's
gonna
three.
pop
It's
up in
3-2.
here.
It's 3-2.
Yeah, it's 3-2.
Okay,
Solid.
so
Yeah.
that ain't bad. Then that's solid. You caught a L and a W.
I caught both. You know what I'm saying? I caught both.
And that's the nature of the game, you know. Listen, L, I'm so thankful that you came on our show. We definitely want to continue to see the different things that you're doing. Don't forget to tell Blair I said what's up.
Oh no, for sure. I'll let her know.
But yeah, so just keep doing your thing, man. I'm proud of you, my brother from Africa.
Thank you,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, thank you. I appreciate you guys. And also, yeah, early sorry for like a late for me with the host trying to figure this audio thing out.
That's
It's all
all
good,
right,
bro.
man.
You
Don't
straight?
even worry about it.
You see why I don't be on Twitch no more? I've been struggling with Twitch. You see me when I'm on Twitch. I've been over there trying to figure out how to work this.
The thing ain't pop up. That's why I'm telling them you got all kinds of social media. So I'm wondering why it's you having issues. It don't make no sense. You set up
Right.
for that. You got the master computer behind you with the
But this is an editing. Editing is different. Like, you know, when I edit, it's different. When I
it can
stream, I
handle
don't
all
really
that.
stream.
That's what they say. He got the editing one is behind you. The streaming one is the one he's on.
Right.